So, from your point of view, what's the difference in snapping to a punter versus to a holder?
There's not really a big difference. I mean, both snapping to a punter or a holder. I'm trying to snap to a specific pinpoint. So I mean, that's kind of just how I was taught and how I tend to keep on doing it.
And where do you snap it to Liam versus where you snap it to Jake?
I snap it both to the same. How you look at a holder, you see that one knee's up and one knee's down. I snap it to the one that's up. That gives a good vision for the kicker and also the holder to be able to catch the ball.
Okay. What's the most important part of long snapping?
Like a lot of people say, it's like fundamentals and stuff like that, but I think it's really mental. Like I think really being a specialist takes a lot of like mental strength and stuff like that. Being able to I guess what am I trying to say? Be resilient through hard times. Just kind of like when pressure is on, then you don't really take a hit from that.
Okay. Do you focus on the time it takes to start the snap to getting it to a punter? Does that matter to you?
To me, I think a thing I've always stood out from others is that my snap time, meaning like my speed. So I mean, it's never really been something that I've focused on. It's kind of just something that I've been able to do like along the way of snapping. But I mean, I always try to just be like consistent, meaning like the same time, same spot, trying to just be as consistent as possible.
Okay. Is there a difficult part? Like if you make an error, what is your mistake?
Really, it's going to be my follow through. It's either if I'm going to release it early or release it later. That kind of just tends to play a factor in where the ball's going to go. But I mean, that's pretty much just kind of like if I do have a bad snap. I mean, it's just really like going back to the middle part, getting like flushing it and just being ready for the next snap.
Okay. I read that meditation is a big deal for you.
Yeah.
Can you explain that and how that affects somebody in your job?
I mean, it's just really being able to like in the moment calm yourself and like slow your heartbeat down and really understand what you're doing in the moment. I mean, it's really easy through that meditation that I say. I mean, I just being able to breathe really just through it.
And you're able to meditate on the field to bring that heart rate down?
Something that my snapping coach actually taught me when I first started snapping was kind of you wouldn't like people typically when you think meditation you're thinking of the getting down, sitting crisscross applesauce and like with your hands on your knees. But no, I mean really it's just being able to be somewhere, kind of zone yourself in, take a couple deep breaths and really tell yourself words of affirmation.
So you're snapping to 2 new guys this year. What's the first step in getting to where you're comfortable with them? How do you start that process?
Really just practice. Practice. I mean, being practicing every single day, constantly. I mean, it really helps get to like a good feel for who I think would be best for the job.
And you're really interested in sports psychology. So what's the part of that that's most important to kickers on that middle side?
Kind of just like what I was saying, being able to flush the bad. I mean, because obviously, in the end of the day, we are all human. Some mistakes happen, but it's like how we respond to those mistakes. So,
and what do you think the most important way you can help a kicker during a game?
Really, just be there for them if they want to snap, so they can visualize how it would look coming from a snapper. I mean, I'm more than willing to do that, even if it's like holding the ball for them, even though that's not my position. But being able to like have them kick it off a finger rather than just some sticks. I mean, I'm more than willing to help somebody. But on the mental standpoint, like kind of gear them away from tearing themselves down and pick themselves up when times are not how they want.
If I asked you to break down Jack Martin's game, what would you say?
Very long. I know his warm-up process is long. He's very dialed in the moment. I know on the sidelines when he's about to go up, he's locked in. You can't go up to him. I mean, he's very very focused when it comes to playing.
You don't approach him when he's locked in like that?
No, we know he knows not to approach me. I know not to approach him. It's kind of just like a thing, just really being on the same page, just being focused in the moment, being ready to perform how we are expected.
And what about Liam's game? What do you know about him?
Liam, I mean, he's new to the obviously American football, but I think like preparing for Australian football and preparing for American football, I don't think it differs. I mean, you're both there to play a game and win a game. So, I mean, I think we all want to win. But Liam specifically, I think he's also a very determined person. He's a great guy and also a great punter. I'll tell you that. He can definitely boot the hell out of the ball. But
do you think his? I don't know if it's leg strength, but it's gotten more improved since y'all started practice.
Oh, 100%. I think his leg strength has improved tremendously, and I also think being able to kind of get the feel for things and not be so just kind of thrown into the mix. I mean, I feel like after some time that he's really shown himself to be able to be capable of being a Big 12 snapper or punter.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe.